Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to what do Scottish women think of American men? Now, this is going to be a fun one because, you know, it's interesting, like, even though, you know, Scotland and England, Ireland, Wales, and America are very similar in terms of language and stuff, there's going to be, you know, preferences between, you know, people of that country as to what they look for in a partner. So it's going to be fun to see whether, you know, American guys are, you know, attractive to Scottish women. I assume they will be, and it kind of depends. I think looks and personality rather than nationality are the key things that people look for in a partner. I could be wrong though, so yeah, this should be a fun one. Let's do it.
James Prime here, and today I'm in Glasgow, Scotland. Now, what I want to do today is I want to go around and ask the Scottish ladies what they think about American guys. Now, for this, I'm going to try to get some older and some younger, but we'll see how that goes. Now, to help cut down on any bias they may have towards me because I am American, I'm going to disguise myself as Canadian. So...
He put glasses on.
Hi, I'm James, and I'm from just outside Toronto. My favorite letter in the alphabet is Z. Alright, well, I think my disguise works, so let's go find some Scottish people and get some of their thoughts. First question is, have you ever met an American guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. No, I've never met an American guy, no. Yeah? Yes.
Okay.
I worked with several when I worked overseas.
Never met personally, but I would love to. Yeah.
I have met American guys.
Yep. Yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't met one. Yes, because I have American family.
What are your general thoughts on...
Isn't the Scottish accent awesome? I've got American family. Braveheart. William Wallace.
American men?
So, America, I haven't really been to America, but I always kind of wasn't too keen on Americans. Just, I don't know why really, like my ex-partner never was fancied America, and then he went with the kids and had an amazing time, said the Americans were so friendly and really nice and thought it was really, really good.
I think they're quite nice. I mean, the people that I've met are quite nice, but jockey, like, plays football, like, tall, built, quite good looking.
They're not like Scottish guys. Scottish guys are a bit more like manly, a bit more like rowdy, and then American men I feel like are more feminine, in touch with their feminine side. And then maybe more like...
Do you American guys watching this, do you agree with that? You guys are a bit more feminine?
Prince Charming material rather than a Scottish boy.
I imagine like a big person, like a McDonald's eating person. I don't know. I mean, it's just like the stereotypes that there is about America, like obviously because they love fast food and stuff like that. So how I see American men is probably somebody who's big and eating McDonald's.
Young women attract men whether they're 19 or 99, but sadly older women get ignored regardless, so whether they're American men or...
I wouldn't say older women. If there's any older women watching this, do you feel like you get ignored on the dating scene? Obviously I don't know, I've got no experience in it, but I wouldn't have thought so.
Scottish men or wherever.
They seem like, based from like movies, like quite athletic, I think. Like athletic, based from like movies and stuff, like the typical high school American movies.
I somehow see the rapper guy with like low jeans. I don't know what's up with me, or a basketball wall, something along those lines. But he'd be pretty chill and be like, "Hi, babes."
I just think like, so obviously they're athletic and like they'll be like on the football team or something, like popular boys, if you know what I mean.
Have a bonding with someone on account of political perspective, perhaps, rather than
I love how chilled out
is
these
this
ladies
person
are.
American or Irish or Scottish or anything else. And I think one has to beware of generalisations. Having said that, I suppose that to Scots, I have the idea that you hear an American tourist before you see them, but maybe people think that of Scots. I don't know.
I think they're actually very nice.
I have heard that in a few of these videos, like some nationalities will say Americans are louder in general. I'm not sure about that. Maybe when I come to the US this year, I'll be able to make up my mind and see if it's actually true or not, for real.
Because my Uncle Billy's really nice.
I wouldn't say anything about look-wise because I don't think that really matters. I would think that we're really open-minded, really probably like polite, open-minded, and like fun to be around. I don't know. I think American people like kind of like just all about the fun, and they don't really take themselves really seriously.
Right.
That's my thoughts. Yeah.
Just more polite.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't like them because they're annoying and they have stupid accents.
Right.
Whoa, holy, this girl here, she's like,
And they just seem like they're complete weirdos,
Right.
basically. Yeah,
I like it, okay.
I don't like Americans, they're really annoying, but you're fine because you're Canadian.
I'm Canadian, that's right. What do you think about American accents?
I like the American accent. It's quite cool actually, but I love like how there's a different accents, like really quite sexy.
I like it.
I actually don't mind them. I think they're quite nice sometimes. If it's like an American in Scotland, I'm like, oh, that sounds a bit weird.
Right.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It's neither here nor there.
I don't mind it. I think it's a good accent. I really like the New York accent. That's a different one. So New York, yeah. It's like
New York, I want a cup of coffee. You want a cup of coffee?
Quite unusual to like find like an American accent here in Scotland, I think. But watching a movie, it's like completely normal. Yeah, I like them. I think they're quite soothing, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, it identifies somebody, but I don't have a good enough ear to distinguish between an American and a Canadian accent.
I think it sounds pretty nice. Yeah. It's a good accent. Like British and American is one of my favorites. I will be probably. Yeah.
No, I'm not a fan. I don't like it.
I don't think they're up there because they're a bit more soft, a bit more gentle. But like, yeah, it's okay. There's all different types of ones as well, so.
Okay, so it's like...
Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
How do you think American men are compared to Scottish men?
They're just a lot nicer and different, like, they don't act the same.
They're more boyfriend material.
Right.
Yeah, probably, I would say.
In the movies, like, it seems a lot.
A lot of these women seem like they're not huge fans of Scottish guys. I don't know why. Maybe it's because Scots drink a lot. They do drink a lot, to be fair. I don't know what else it could be.
More, obviously it's a movie, so like it just seems a lot more cooler, do you know?
American men were possibly more confident, but then the American men we would be exposed to have the wealth for a start to come abroad.
Just because I never met like American man, so it's really hard to say. But as my friend said, like we always been around Scottish guys. We have like Scottish pals and stuff. So I would think my preference probably will be Scottish. But as I said, like I never met American man before, so it's really hard to say. So I'm kind of in between. I really don't mind that much probably.
I think American guys seem a bit more chill than Scottish men. I don't really know why. I feel like Scottish people like to go out drinking a lot. They just seem more like laid back, go like outplay.
If you guys are ever like, you come over, fly across the Atlantic, apart from London obviously, and Birmingham and Manchester, Glasgow is a great night out. It really is. You'll have a lot of fun.
It is like adventurous stuff instead of just like go to a pub.
I prefer Scottish men.
Kind of thinking like they're a bit cringy. Like, obviously that's like acting and everything from films and stuff, but I just kind of think it'd be a bit cringy and all that, like compared to people we know like from here.
Right.
So.
Do you know what? I just finished watching The Outlander. I'm sorry, but that just made me fall in love with Scotland. I see a man in a kilt and I'm like, please marry me.
If you had a list of preferred nationalities that you would date, where do you think American men would fall on that list? So, like somewhere near the top, middle, bottom, something like that.
The middle one. Middle? I think like I always say that I would like to date somebody whose English is like the first language.
Okay. Right. Okay. For me.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think that because like it's the language that I speak first, so it'd be easier to communicate.
Probably 5.
Definitely like not the top, but like maybe somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
For me, probably will be the same. Like English has to be the first language, and I think the first choice definitely will be Scottish guy.
Yeah, maybe like top 3, maybe just because like I don't come across like a lot of American men.
Right.
Middle top.
Okay.
I also think that American would be somewhere in the middle because I would go for Scottish or English guy at first. Well, Scottish at the very top is just my thing right now. maybe we'll change
She really wants a Scottish guy.
our perspective, do you know what I mean? Like, we've never met one, so it would be interesting to do that.
If somebody wants to change our mind, you know, give it a go.
All right, gentlemen, there it is. That's what a handful of Scottish ladies think about American men. Now, good, bad, or indifferent, keep in mind that their opinions don't represent all of, Scottish women. So take what they say with a grain of salt. To everyone in this video who participated, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are legends. Now, to my American brothers out there, I'm curious to hear what you thought about their responses. Let me know.
That was a lot of fun. As suspected, wide variety of opinions. I do think most of them were in favor of American guys, but to be fair, a few of them said they'd never met any, and they were basing what they thought on TV and movies, which is always, it's never going to be the best way to form an opinion. But fun video. I love this sort of stuff, just getting people's perspectives on other nationalities, seeing if people are really going to be honest about what they think and stuff. I think it's really cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.